Hey, welcome back everyone, it's me, Mr. 4K, but this time with Nintendo Switch. Twitch. Just kidding, Nintendo Switch Twitch. Wouldn't that be nice if Nintendo Switch partnered with Twitch and they call it Nintendo Switch Twitch? You never know, who knows? Maybe in the future they might join forces together. But anyway, on this video I want to give you my first impressions on Nintendo Switch 2 and what I think. And I know this is just like my second day. Alright, this is like literally my second day. My first impressions are impressive. And what's impressive is the fact that now you get to enjoy this Nintendo next generation console called Nintendo Switch 2 in a 4K. People forget what we had previously. What we had previously was 1080p. You plug it into your dock, your dock station. From there, HDMI. You're looking like 1080p. It was very blurry, soft. There was no HDR. Also, the Nintendo Switch was very down powered, so when you play Legend of Zelda, the Wind Waker, or Tears of Kingdom, right? It just didn't look that good. That's when you play it on your TV. But if you don't bother playing it on your TV from the docking station, if you just, play it on your Nintendo Switch OLED 7-inch screen. It's a 7-inch. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. I think it's 7-inch. Then, obviously, it didn't make much of a difference if you were playing it directly from Nintendo Switch OLED screen. OLED screen, 7-inch, 1080p was pretty good. But still, the graphics was something that was desirable. There were certain things that you couldn't do. There were certain games that you couldn't do. So this is certainly a big step up. And I have Nintendo Switch OLED. I'm no stranger. I mean, I had the original Nintendo Switch, and then I gave that original Nintendo Switch to my niece. And now, after that, I got myself Nintendo Switch OLED, which I had, which I've done a bunch of videos on it. I still have it, and now I have Nintendo Switch 2. So I'm officially Nintendo Switch fanboy, for the lack of the better word. I'm officially joining Nintendo Switch club, and it's been a while. So let me give you my first impressions. So, you know me, I'm all about 4K. I love 4K. So when I find out, hey, this thing supports 4K resolution, and HDR output, I was like, well, that's pretty darn good. So just the fact that it has 4K and HDR ability, and it also supports 120 hertz through 1440p. People say, how do you know that it supports 120 hertz 1440p? Well, it's right here. It tells you right here. So if your TV has 120 hertz, which mine does have, which happens to be LG OLED, so this one supports 120 hertz through either 1440p or 1080p. So what does this mean? Technically, you could play Call of Duty Black Ops 7 on... You know what? Even technically, you could play Battlefield with this thing. I'm serious. Like, if EA ever decides to put Battlefield on this thing, they could do it. Now, don't expect graphics to be, like in par with, PS5 Pro or, Xbox Series X. But you know what? Or PC. But it's still going to look good, needless to say. They could do it. I mean, they did Cyberpunk. They could do it with 120 hertz. So you could possibly see Call of Duty Black Ops 7 or Battlefield 6 in the future. Honestly, I think it's possible. You could see it. and with HDR, it should look nice as well. So this really gives flexibility to this Nintendo Switch 2. It's not just playing these Nintendo kids game, you know, and there's plenty of them. There's also now room for the adults to play some adult games, and I've seen a bunch of adult games. All right, so because I don't want people to think, oh, you're just like, oh, just like a, it's like a kids system, you know. Yeah, mainly kids want to play this, but besides those exclusives that Nintendo has, there's also obviously some room for the improvements with, you know, games like Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition, which I have picked up. You know, these are the games I have picked up. You know, I got the Cyberpunk, I got Donkey Kong, and I got Mario Kart, and of course Pokemon ZA. It's included. One thing that I like besides 4K and HDR, it's these little guys right here. These Joy-Cons. These Joy-Cons feel so good, man. They feel so good, and they're easily like transformable. You can transform them and put them in with it has this magnet, and you can just easily just put it right in. Just look at that, like a magnet. Goes right in, dude. Look at that. Like a magnet goes right in, and you're like ready to rock and roll, dude. You're like ready to rock and roll. There is a docking charging station you can buy to charge this if you want to, which is something I need to do. Uh, so so 4K HDR ability with 120 hertz refresh rate with 1440p. It's certainly something that I'm happy about that this system has. This means that um, games like Zelda will look better, which they already have the enhanced Zelda games. The upcoming Zelda games will look better. Uh, Metroid Prime, the next generation, will look better. Star Fox, all of these games will look better. Um, and you can also adjust the HDR. They also have the ALLM, the auto low latency as well, on top of that. So if you have a 4K HDR TV, don't worry, man. They got you covered. And you can also adjust HDR, which is really cool. Um, it's a pretty simple adjustment, you know, with brightness. How much brightness do you want to adjust? Like, you don't want to go over too much. Okay, here's one of the mistakes that people make when it comes to like the paper white, uh, the white balance versus the the dark balance. The contrast between the black and the white, and you don't want to like overblow your white digital levels, nor do you want to crush your black digital levels. So it's one of those things. Obviously, I'm very familiar with this because I've been doing TVs for a while, almost 12 years. So I'm very familiar with this. I know how to do this. So you have this also ability to adjust the HDR, which is great. Here's another thing that's also great. Um, the user interface is a little bit different. I know some people said that the user interface it's same as the existing Nintendo Switch OLED, original Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch OLED, and I gotta tell you, no, actually there's some differences. There are some small little touches here and there. They are apparent here, like with this circular purple, pink, blue ring that circles around. Like that's something that I've noticed. Now they have a game chat, which I think is pretty cool. Game chat. Who's using game chat? Mr. 4K Teddy. It's so cool. Let me see. Maybe I can. Well, I'm not ready for this yet. I don't want to do that because I have to turn on my camera. I didn't turn on my camera. I do have to add some of my friends in here, which I will. Uh, well, after this video, I finish it. because I want to keep their privacy. I don't want people to know, their names and everything. So obviously, keep that private. Um, Let me see. So another thing that really has amazed me, okay. Um, Now me, I'm Mr. 4K Teddy B. You guys can add me, so that's fine. I just don't want you guys to see my friends because then they don't want to be, spammed by a bunch of people sending friend requests whom they don't know. So the one thing that I'm like that I'm very excited about is when it comes to Nintendo Switch 2, besides the 4K and HDR, I haven't talked about the screen yet. That's separate video, meaning the screen that comes with it. What really got me super excited was this. Man, with Nintendo Switch 2, now you have everything. You got the entire Nintendo library. You got Nintendo GameCube, you got Game Boy Advance, you've got Nintendo 64, you got Super Nintendo, you got Game Boy, Nintendo Classic, and you got, of course, Nintendo Entertainment System Classics as well. And I already paid for my 1 year subscription of Nintendo, so I'm all set for the entire year uh, till next year. I think next year, October 18th, 2026. So I'm all set till October 18th, 2026. I like that Nintendo is doing that. That's pretty cool. You pay it once, and you're good for the whole year till October 18th, 2026. And it'll renew automatically for another year and another year. Um, this is great, man. When I saw this, I was like, "Oh, dude!" Especially with the see now, I have everything. Like, not only do I have all the Nintendo Switch games, all the Nintendo Switch 2 games, but now you got all these other Nintendo Classic Systems games included as well, man. This right here adds value. So when people say, "Well, is it really worth $500?" Um, Look, it's too early for me, and I know you guys. That's what you want to hear. Well, Mr. 4K, you should be able to tell me right away if it's worth it. Look, this is my second day. I can't just like give you that kind of answer right away. I have to spend time. I have to do multiplayer with the camera with my friends. I have to play a lot of different games. I have to do a lot of different tests. It's gonna take a while. Okay, but by before Christmas or by the end of Christmas or by Christmas Day, I think I should have a pretty good idea. By the end of this year, by the end of Christmas, I should have a pretty good idea on how I feel about Nintendo Switch 2. Is it really worth it? Once I spend enough time. I haven't even touched Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, I have to play that as well. So, I can't give you that answer. And I know some of you in the comments will say, well, you should be able. Well, I can't, because it's my second day, man. Um, but what I'm seeing here, this is my first impressions, okay? My first impressions, what I'm seeing here are pretty amazing. So, we got Nintendo Cube, man. How cool is that? And you can download it for free. Dude, I can't wait to try this. Just to see what Nintendo GameCube has. Oh, I have to, hold on. Uh, Actually, I can't do this right now because I have to put in my, I have to sign every time I have to do this. So we'll do this some other time, okay? We'll do this some other time. Once I sign in, because I have to sign in to do it and all that. And I don't feel like signing in right now and editing the video, okay? But the fact that this is all available, it's pretty cool, man. Look, you got Zelda Window Waker. That's pretty cool. GameCube. You got Zero GX. You got Soul Calibur 2, man. Soul Calibur 2. uh, Super Strikers, Super Mario Strikers, and there will be more. There will be more. Okay, so this really has made me very happy. So let's go and let's also check out the Nintendo eShop just to see what they have. Or do I have to sign in with this as well? Hold on. I just want to see what they have really quick. Oh, I have to sign in. I'm sorry. But anyway, let's jump into Mario Kart World really quick. All right. Actually, let's jump into Pokemon Legends while we're here. So this is Pokemon Legends really quick. This is where I actually, where I was doing where I ended my 4K video yesterday when I was doing a fight. You know, I've never. People say you never played Pokemon. Look, I heard about Pokemon. All right, I know it's pretty big. I know it's pretty huge, but no, I've never really like dive into like Pokemon. You're going down, Pankem or Pancham gave us a shot at revenge, and we won't miss. I respect that spirit, but you're gonna have egg on your face for real if you lose to a newbie. All right, guys. All right, let's settle down. All right, let's fight. Let's fight. All right, let's see. Just really quick, just one fight. One fight. All right, Andy, the backpacker. I think this is the guy that came in on my channel that was saying I'm too soft. The Pokemon Ball guy. I think he'll probably add me as a friend on Nintendo. Here we go. The autosave function will automatically save your progress. Okay. Got it. So that's how you do that. Okay, alright. Restore health. Got it. I'm learning. It's like a turn-based type. I got it. So you use Pokemons to fight. Okay, so these Pokemons are your little pets. I got it. I know people like, you don't know what Pokemons are. What's wrong with you? Hold on, my Pokemon needs the Oh my god, my Pokemon needs some help. No, my Pokemon, don't die. Pokemon, you need help. I got you, bro. I got you, man. I got you, bro. Just relax, alright? Get him. Tackle. Tackle that troll. He came in, paid $2 and told me I'm too soft. Get him. What do you mean I'm too soft? That's the guy, man. He came in and remember he paid $2 and says I'm too soft. How about this? Am I too soft now? No, get him. You got it. There you go, Pokemon Ball. You guys probably wondering, what is he talking about? No, there was a guy that came in to my member chat, and he paid $2 to criticize me. And he had a Pokemon profile. Pokemon Ball, and he was saying like I'm too soft, blah blah blah, and all this. My channel sucks, and I was like, whatever. But anyway, it was hilarious. It's on a live stream. You can go check it out. All right, listen, I might get into Pokemon now. Now since I have a Pokemon ZA, I think I might get into it now. It's been a while since I got into Nintendo, and I think it's time. A lot of people have been asking me, dude, like, you've done PlayStation, you've done Xbox, you've done PCs, you've done cloud gaming, you've done all of these other, departments of gaming. You've done virtual reality, you've done MetaQuest, you've done, PlayStation VR 2, you've done PlayStation VR original. But you never like really dive into Nintendo. And it's true. If you look at my channel and the videos that I have, yes, I covered a little bit of Nintendo Switch here and there. I covered a little bit of Nintendo here and there, but I never really dive into it 100%. But now with Nintendo Switch 2, I have the opportunity to really kind of dive into Nintendo Switch 2 and really kind of dedicate myself to it and do it proper. I'm not saying I'm going to turn my channel into Nintendo Switch 2 channel, but I'm certainly going to dedicate some time with Nintendo to really dive into it and see what I have been missing all this time. Of course you lost. That's what happened, Mr. Pokemon. Give me my bag. You're calling me soft and paying $2 to call me soft. I have changed and my channel is it's too soft. Sorry, dude. I know my friend Shuki and I know Mamba and Brandon, they're laughing right now. Because they know what I'm talking about. They're laughing right now. Because I'm sure they're watching this. And don't worry, Mamba, Mike, KD, Brendan, I will add you on my friends list. I just don't want to do it publicly because I don't want people, to see your profile names because I don't want them to bother you. I don't want people to, spam you and all that. They can spam me, but not you guys. I keep my friends' identity sealed, so I always make sure I do that. But I will add you as a friend, don't worry. Please tell me you won, Andre. Nope, can't believe I thought I scored a next day comeback. My Pokemon and I are so let down. This is why you and I get along so well. We even lose together. If you're that upset, wait till night falls and come try again. Yeah, come try again. Take that $2 and spend it again. Mr. Pokemon. I know some of you who don't know what I'm talking about. You just, it's not funny because you're like, what is he talking about? $2 membership. Basically, there was a troll that came in with a Pokemon profile. And since I only do a member chat, and the only way you can talk to me is if you become a member on a live stream, this guy paid $2. First he says, he's watching me and he's a huge fan and blah, 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 and all this kissing me so much to tell me how much, blah, 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 he loves the channel. It was like, okay, all right, I was like, all right, guy, enough of sugarcoating. All right, why are you here? And then finally he came out and says, you are soft, you're this, you're that, your channel sucks, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, no freedom of speech, all this other stuff. It was ridiculous. So anyway, I don't want to spoil it too much. He had a Pokemon profile. So you should go watch that live stream. I forgot which live stream it was. I can't remember now, but it was one of the live streams that I've done a couple of weeks ago, I think. It was hilarious. Mamba was there, Brendan was there, Shuki was there. It was just hilarious. It was just ridiculous. But it was entertaining. It was a Call of Duty Black Ops. I think it was Black Ops 7 open beta. It's what it was. Black Ops 7 open beta. So what do I think about the graphics and resolution, man? It looks amazing. The way it upscales these games to 4K, the way the HDR being presented. But you have to remember, I have LG OLED. So guys, it depends what kind of TV do you have. So for me personally, uh, it's a little bit different because I have a OLED TV. Okay, so for me, you know, it will look a little bit better than, let's say, if you're using a cheap Walmart TV, right? I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. Not everyone can afford OLED TV, but there's nothing wrong with those 4K Walmart HDR TVs. They're still 4K. They're still 4K resolution. And they still have a decent enough HDR with a decent enough peak brightness. Not the greatest, but still, you know, you still get to enjoy 4K and HDR. It's better than not having 4K and no HDR. All right, so we got our bag. We kicked his butt. Yeah, little guy, don't come here with your $2 trying to tell me I'm not good enough. I'm too soft. It's the Pokemon Ball. I know Jose's laughing. Jose will probably watch this. Yeah. Don't worry, we'll do live streams. I'm just like trying to get my feet wet. It's my second day. And I know there's a Ninja Gaiden. We'll be playing Ninja Gaiden 4 on the PC, yes. Because I want to play Ninja Gaiden 4 on the best possible quality, and that's PC. Through Xbox Game Pass, of course. Of course, you want to play it on the best. Like I have a super high-end PC compared to Xbox. When I say super high-end PC, compared to the Xbox Series X, my gaming laptop, it's a super high-end PC. So, like, my gaming laptop mops the floor with the Xbox Series X. Okay, and that's what I mean by super high-end PC. It is a super high-end PC in contrast to Xbox Series X and S. So why wouldn't I want to play Ninja Gaiden 4 on a PC? Of course, I'll play it where it's playable the best, right? But I'll also have to dedicate some time to Nintendo Switch 2. So guys, you have to keep in mind that there's too many games, that there's so much for me to do now. There's only 24 hours throughout the day. There's only so much, I can do throughout the day, throughout the week. Let me see. Don't leave me hanging, bro. All right, dude, I won't leave you hanging. All right, just relax. And calm down. Calm down, dude. You want a fist bump, bro? Here's a fist bump. Yeah, a fist bump. Put them knuckles out, bro. You don't want the John Wick knuckles. Trust me, man. You do not want this. You don't want any of this. Yo. That's right. That's huge, winning your first battle, bro. You and your new buddy must have been meant to meet. Yeah. Why don't you keep Tododle as your partner? You mean the little T-Rex? Hell yeah, I'll keep him. Tododle. I'm sorry, his name is Tododle. 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 Is how you pronounce it? Tododle. Hey. Tododle. Something tells me you two are gonna be great. Me and Tododle, oh, dude, we're already like dynamic duo, man. Nobody can touch us. We're like dynamic duo untouchables. Thanks so much. Here, have Tododle's Pokeball too. Thank you. That's the Pokeball that I got from that Pokemon guy who told me I was too soft. Alright. We keep Pokemon in these to bring them around with us. Great. Nice. It's so refreshing to play these Nintendo games, like, imagine me playing Battlefield 6 right now in the high blood pressure. Oh, good God, man. That's why KJ, NBA, and El Barto, and Brendan, and Shuki I told, and I'm sure Jose, Cami, Like they're like, hey Ed, it's nice that you are, because my name is Ed, also Mr. 4K, known as Ed. Not known as Ed, that's my name, Ed. Real name Ed. And they said, hey Ed, it's nice for you to regulate your blood pressure. Because no, Battlefield 6, man, it's. I was watching that live stream. I was like, who is that guy? Because Ray Liotta came out. That wasn't me. That was Ray Liotta from Narc. And I was like, that's not even me, dude. That's like, who is that? I was like, so upset, man, playing Battlefield 6. That was like, even my Pool Wilson bowl, which is right over here. You know, look, we can't talk about like, what happened on that live stream because, this is Nintendo. It's family oriented, so we'll not talk about that. But that's for the adults, But people who are adults can go watch that live stream. It's only adults only. All right, it should be pay-per-view adults only because it was really like, it was pretty hardcore. Anyway, all right, Todil. Hell yeah, man, Todil. Dude, I just became a Pokemon fan. You became a Totals trainer. Yay! You got the makings of a power duo, dude. Keanu Reeves needs to do a voiceover for Pokemon, man. I'm telling you right now. Keanu Reeves should be in every Pokemon game. Don't worry, Baba Yaga. You're gonna love the Pokemon trainer life. Yeah. Excellent. Battle zone activated. Alright, so we get to free roam around the city. Oh man, a nightfall already. Alright, so that's about like first half an hour of this video, right? First half an hour of this video. No, I'm just kidding. There won't be a part 2 of this video because I just want to give you my first. This is just okay. It's not a review. All right, everybody, just who's watching this video, just understand this is not a review. If you want to see me play Mario Kart World, you can go watch that 4K video. It's out there in HDR. So my first impressions so far are pretty good. This feels like a next generation Nintendo console. It looks like a Nintendo next generation console. So my first impressions are good. They're good. Okay, so that's where we at. Like I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. The ease of use of this console and just how easily it is just to play it. Now I don't have time to play Mario Kart World, which I did already on my 4K video. You can go check it out. My first impressions are like 4K HDR, the Nintendo Switch Online. I still have to cover some more stuff. There's a lot more features that this thing has. So all of this will be done throughout some more videos that I will do throughout the coming weeks and months of me testing out, Nintendo Switch 2, comparing it to the original Nintendo Switch. So there's still a lot for me to check out, a lot for me to play. There's Cyberpunk 2077 4K videos coming soon. There will be live streams of this, of course. So there's plenty of me to do here, But my first impressions are good. And that's good. When your first impressions are good, that's good, And am I impressed? Yeah, I am, for sure. It's exactly what I expect this to be, a next generation, and it does feel next generation. People who say it's not next generation, well, then you totally ignoring just how down-powered the original Nintendo Switch was and how old the original Nintendo Switch is. Right. So you just totally ignoring that fact. How old is the original Nintendo Switch? What, 9 years? 10 years? Like 9 years or something like that? Like 9 years? Okay, I'm guessing maybe 9 years, right? But so far, my first impressions, I'm impressed. It's good. It's good. But if you want the official review, you'll have to wait by the end of Christmas. By the end of Christmas this year, and you'll just have to wait till Christmas. And on a Christmas day, I'll be able to like do a video, talk about it on a video, give you my official review, and that video will be probably ready for Christmas. So you'll know by Christmas like how I feel about it. I will also do live streams on the Christmas day as well, next to the video review on the Christmas day. And I will have video review and the live stream where I will talk more about Nintendo Switch 2, and I'll give you my honest opinions on it, the positive, the negatives, what I think, what I have encountered, all of these things. I will put it out there and kind of try to give you my honest thoughts and opinions. But this is just the first impressions, okay? You have to take this video for what it is. It's not a review, it's just the first impressions. So first impressions, it's exactly what it says. It's exactly what it means. It doesn't mean anything else other than that. Okay? So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video, and I will see you also on the live stream. We got Ninja Gaiden 4 to play. We got, a bunch of these video games to play. Cyberpunk, I know my friend Jose wants to see me play Cyberpunk 2077, and my friends want to play Mario Kart World with me on a live stream, which we will. I also have a camera, so we can turn on the camera as well, which is kind of cool. You don't have to turn on the camera, that's optional, but for those of you who want to, you can do that. You can just, play without the camera, but, you know me, I'm already on the camera as it is, so it doesn't bother me being on the camera, I've been in the public eye for a long time, for what? 11 years, coming to 12 years. People say, why you say 12 years? Because the anniversary, it's about 2 months from now. November, December, January. So in January, it will be 12 years. I know it's still 11 years right now, 11 years anniversary, me doing YouTube. It's hard to believe 11 years. But in January, 2 months from now, in January 2026, it's going to be 12 years. So 12 years of doing this YouTube, man. It's crazy when you just think about it. 12 years, man. That's a lifetime. Anyway, I know this video is long, but it has to be long because there's so much I wanted to say here. I wanted to kind of cover a little bit here in the first 40 minutes of this video. And believe me, this is just the beginning. There will be more Nintendo coverage and Nintendo Switch 2. Okay. And I think it's time that I dive into Nintendo a little bit more. I'm not saying that my channel will turn into Nintendo. Of course not. I'm all about variety. I mean, we're still doing, PlayStation, Xbox Game Pass. But the Xbox Game Pass, I will just focus on the PC version of the Game Pass. I'll just focus on the PC version of it because I have a pretty good gaming laptop that can handle, why wouldn't I want to play Xbox Game Pass games on a pretty good high-end PC that I have, a pretty good high-end gaming laptop? Why would I want to resort myself to a console when I got a pretty good high-end gaming laptop with a 4070 i9 processor, 16 gigs of RAM? It just mops the floor with the Series X. So, of course, I want to enjoy Ninja Gaiden 4 on a PC. PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 5, so we'll enjoy the games on PlayStation as they are. And I'm still, supporting Boosteroid. We'll test certain games on Boosteroid. I'm not washing my... People think, oh, well, you just abandoned the Boosteroid. No, I didn't. I'm just waiting for specific updates. There's an update right now coming out on Boosteroid. And I'm waiting for their new upgrade of their systems. I'm waiting for them to upgrade the new systems of, Ryzen 9, 9000 series Ryzen 9 and 9000 series GPUs from AMD. Once they do that, once they update that, we'll definitely jump in back into Boosteroid. Once they add more games, we'll jump into Boosteroid. So I'm still supporting Boosteroid. For people who are wondering about what's going on with you in Boosteroid, so they have my support, of course. I'm just waiting for the updates of their systems, and then we'll jump in. And once there's more games available for me to test with a new system, of course. It makes no sense for me to test it on a new system, Alright, so just a quick update regarding the Boosteroid. And then we'll live stream, Ninja Gaiden 4 and Cyberpunk 2077. We'll, also do Donkey Kong Bonanza. We'll also do Cyberpunk 2077 4K video. I know you guys are waiting for that 4K video of Nintendo Switch 2. I want to upload these Nintendo Switch 2 videos in 4K and HDR where it's available. So it'll be mixed, HDR where it's available, just like, Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry has the same thing, HDR where it's available. So same thing here with me. HDR where it's available, and of course 4K also for those of you who are able to enjoy on your 4K televisions. Alright, so thank you for watching this long 41 minute 43 second first impression video. I apologize for the video being too long, but there was so much I need to cover here just to give you my first impression and keep you up to date on what I'm doing on my channel. So forgive me for video being too long, but I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you on the next video, and I'll see you on the live streams. Okay, take care. God bless.